My name's Complete and I'm a rapper from the Psych Ward crew. I suffer a mental illness and my hip hop, my music helps me release all my stress and it's the best coping strategy I have. I'm kind of curious to see how music affects other musicians in other genres and how it helps with their life.
One more cup of cafe before I go.
How was it like playing in Northern compared to a city?
There was very much a sort of do-it-yourself vibe there. If you wanted to get some gigs happening, you had to really put them on yourself.
The opportunity wasn't as much there, but we kind of created a lot of it for ourselves.
And certainly before we ever played in Perth, we were inviting bands from Perth to come to our area and play with us. So,
what do you think it is about music that connects people?
It's that spine shot at the back of your neck. It's the feeling you get inside your body. How it can change feelings is pretty powerful.
What do you guys feel like when you're about to do a show?
It depends. I won't necessarily be nervous until someone goes, "Are you nervous?" And I'm like, I am now.
I lose all my stuff.
I'm the
Do that
opposite and I
anyway.
will
Yeah.
check. I've got every lead about 6 times before we play.
It's all worth it when a fan tells you that they like your music.
oh, that's
You can relate to
that's
it.
killer.
I've had people do that, but even more so, I've been that person. You know, I told John Butler, you know, like that his 3 album really helped me through a bad time, and it did.
Like Jebediah was one of those bands that really sort of helped with that sort of thing. So then when you get to the point now where you have the opportunity to play with your heroes, to meet them and to learn from them as musicians, it's always a really exciting thing. Psych Ward crew, like you must have some sort of background to it.
The Psych Ward crew is just a bunch of us have mental illness. I have panic disorder. My mate KKT7, he's got bipolar. I found them all and we started writing tracks and I'm like, let's make a crew out of it, eh? Psych Ward crew.
It's actually a
So
cool
what do
name.
you mean panic disorder, like in what way? As in you continue to suffer with it, or?
Yeah, I've had it for a couple of years because of bad decisions.
Yeah.
Probably induced it, but yeah, I just get panic attacks a lot and some depression, but we've just been releasing lots of stuff and people love it. And it's just us releasing our stress. Megan, how do you think music can help having a positive effect on someone's mental health?
I think it's really good to have like a creative medium in which you can get out, you know, feelings and emotions. It's really good because you can share it with others, you can build confidence.
If someone coping with mental health issues needs help, where would you suggest they go, especially if they're young?
School counsellors are really good. They're just someone who can listen. They're also good because they can help refer you out to social workers and doctors and stuff like that.
How can you help a friend that's depressed?
I think it's really important to listen. Be kind of neutral, not too sympathetic because that can sort of put people off a bit. And not being judgmental either because that may make someone not want to go out and seek help.
What kind of personal experiences have you got with mental health?
Well, I've had depression for 5 years. I have dysthymia, which means it drags out for many years.
What happens when you first go to one of these mental health services?
You can be really apprehensive when you're a young person and you have no idea about the whole system of going to see, you know, a mental health professional. They're really good at building that rapport, making you feel comfortable. Because it's not just about bad experiences in your life. You talk about music and movies and stuff like that. Some people may feel you go for help and you get locked away, and it's not like that. It's a lot more friendly and it's youth friendly, you know?
The one thing I love about music is that it's so universal. I don't know if you've ever met anyone that said, "Oh no, I don't like music, don't like music." Like, really, is there anyone out there that doesn't like some form of music? You know, tell the story with a rap song or with a heavy metal song or with a folk song, it's still a story that people can connect to.
What feelings do you get when you're making music?
I've written a couple of songs to deal a little bit with mental health. One was a song I wrote called Stronger. I had a friend at the time who she struggled with mental illness a lot and used a lot of illegal drugs to try and kind of just hide from all her problems. And, you know, I felt a bit helpless because being there as a friend, there was nothing I could say that would help. But I thought, you know, maybe if I put it into a song, it might come across better. So I'm really glad that that touched her on some level. And other people have come up to me and said that that song really helps them. Well, you struggle with a mental illness, you told me before, so, I mean, how do you feel when you're up on stage and getting everything out there? Do you use it as a release?
Usually before the show I'll have like 20 panic attacks and vomit a bit, but once I'm up there it's all worth it, you know. It feels good once you hear your beat, and it's a good feeling just to let it all go through that. It's the best therapy I reckon anyone could have.
And so do you feel like you're completely in the moment when you're up there? You're not thinking about anything apart from right there, right then?
Well, as soon as the beat drops, yeah, but once I get up, I'm like, oh no. But yeah, I feel like nothing can touch me.
Yeah. And I think even though the genre, like your genre is hip hop, mine's acoustic sort of pop music, very, very different worlds of pop music, but I think essentially that message and that feeling is exactly the same. You're just letting it out in a different form.
Friends and family, I guess, are a good first stop. If that fails to yield anything, I guess mental health professionals are important to talk to because they're trained to deal with those kinds of things.
My partner's a clinical psychologist. So
it's really handy.
Yeah.
Organisations like Beyond Blue and stuff like that are definitely worth calling, Kids Helpline, etc.
People I trust are the people who are closest to me, like friends and family. I mean, I've been really lucky in my life that I've had people who I can trust to tell my problems to, and they're not going to run off and start gossip or rumours or, you know, tease me about what I'm going through.
I'm lucky enough to have a very special person in my life who I can talk to about them. Before that, it was difficult. I did see a therapist for a long time, and that is incredibly helpful. I think that counselling really helps.
When I had my first episode of depression was in 1998, and I hardly told a soul. So I really kept it quiet and dealt with it internally, which was very unwise. The second episode of depression, 2006, I told people who I thought were extremely important to me, and that was immensely beneficial to me. So family, absolutely. Close friends, absolutely.